Hello, everybody. This is Christopher J. Roper, and tonight we have Melissa Clable, as always, joining us. We are going to be speaking about the FOID card. Like it or not, what do we say about it? But I'm going to go ahead and let Melissa come in and say hi to everybody. Again, she is the chief of staff for the Roper campaign, and we greatly appreciate her. She does a lot of work behind the scenes, especially. So we thank you very, very much, Melissa, and go ahead and say anything you want.
Thank you so much, Chris. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope everybody is enjoying their Christmas and New Year's Eve holidays as we are. And thank you for putting up with the scheduling mix-ups or change-ups or what have you. I want to let you know from here on out, we will be coming to you live, not pre-recorded live, but real live on Tuesday evenings at 7:07. 7:07 on Tuesday evening, so beginning January 5th, 2021. 7:07.
Looking forward to it. 7:07. It's a cool time. I like that. 7:07 p.m. on Tuesdays.
Yes.
Okay, so like I mentioned at the beginning, first and foremost, I want to say I hope everybody had an amazing Christmas, and also a great New Year. I mean, tonight's New Year's Eve. Be careful. Everybody just have fun, but be careful. Most of Central Illinois, we were under a severe, like an ice storm warning. So be very, very careful. Like, I guess they're calling for close to up to an inch of ice. So we could lose power, things like that. Be ready, have water, have some backup plans to stay warm, things like that. It's very, very important because the temperatures will be low enough to really cause some issues, especially in your homes, and your bodies. So be careful, be ready, but don't let it scare you. Just have fun. It's New Year's Eve. Gosh darn it. 2020's brought us enough boo. We don't need any more of it. Do you like my boo? Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just having fun, guys. It is great to talk to you guys again, and I cannot wait until we go live again. I really enjoy the interaction that we can get with each other, and I love that the transparency and the connection, and the able to talk to really just kind of be one big giant Illinois family. That's my passion, that's my love, and that's my desire, is to love each and every one of you just like I love my own family, because you are all my Illinois family, and I greatly greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys. So now that that's past us, remember, enjoy, have fun, be careful. Major ice storm coming. But let's talk about this FOID card thing. I know most of you guys are probably exactly thinking the same that I am. What about our Constitution? Don't we have a Constitution for a reason? It's there, right? I mean, it exists, correct? It's there. It says it on paper that we have the right to bear arms, and I agree with that 100%. I'm everybody that has been following me knows that I'm a former law enforcement officer. Also, I'm a Army veteran. I love weapons, and if they're handled responsibly, then there's no reason that you shouldn't have one, especially when our Constitution, many of us have fought to keep that Constitution intact, and to keep our rights as Americans intact, and not tread on and taken away little bits and pieces at a time. And it's no secret that once you start getting rights taken away, it's almost impossible to get them back. And we've been living that, especially in Illinois. We're one of there's not a lot, but there's a few states that do have some pretty infringement type things. That's not the word, but I'm going to use it. They're infringing on our rights as Americans, as per our Constitution. I'm not for people going around shooting people. I mean, it's not the wild, wild west by any means. And I think we all understand that. As a gun owner, every one of us are responsible. If we choose not to be responsible, then we have to face consequences. That's just law and order. But do we have the right to have our arms? Not these, but our weapons. Yes, we do. It says in our Constitution. Our forefathers wrote it for a reason, and we should uphold that. And our government should uphold that as well, and not try to take things away little bits and pieces at a time, so it doesn't hurt as bad, but they're still taking away our rights. No more. The Constitution is our Bible for our country. we have God and we have the Bible, and everybody has their thing, and I support any religion, whatever everybody wants to do. That's their thing, But our Constitution is for all of us, and it's there to keep us all safe. For any side that you can think of, it's there to keep us all safe. Period, and to give us rights. We have the right to many things: freedom, religion, to speech, protest if we want. Just don't hurt people. Don't be violent, and bear arms. There's a number of them, but tonight we're talking about the FOID card and the right to bear arms. So the government came in and don't get all upset when I say this, but I kind of understand what the government was thinking when they decided, hey, let's make a little piece of plastic card, and make sure everybody that has a weapon has it. Well, because they want to know who has weapons. Okay, is it their right to know that? No, it's not. It's not their right. Period. Because we have the right. It says it on our Constitution that we can have weapons. Now, if there's people that shouldn't have weapons, then maybe they shouldn't, and maybe a medical doctor or psychology, whatever. There's reasons that somebody shouldn't have a weapon. Then I guess we have to cross that bridge, and if it's unsafe, then they shouldn't. Okay, then I think we are all on that same page. If I was deemed unsafe to carry a weapon, maybe I would go around hurting people. Then I shouldn't have a weapon, and I would be all for that. I hope. I mean, I would, but if you're in that situation, it feels different. But I get that, and I think everybody else would too. So what I'm thinking is why do we need this piece of plastic saying, this is our proof that we're taking away some of your rights? We don't need that. So let's get rid of the FOID card. Why do we need it? If we're not in prison, or we don't have a medical reason that we shouldn't carry a weapon, or if we have committed crimes with a weapon and has been, we were charged with them and, whatever, then yeah, you shouldn't be carrying a weapon. But as far as if you're just a law-abiding citizen, by all means, yes, carry a weapon. It's our absolute right. And I am 100% behind that. But I also want to make sure everybody's safe too. That law enforcement officer side of me. I want to make sure everybody understands their weapons, because weapons are a great thing. They're a very useful tool. And that's the number one key, is they're a tool. They're not alive. They don't just do things on their own. They have to be manipulated. The trigger has to be pulled. So we have to I think, again, former law enforcement, I really think it's important that people really understand their weapons, whatever they're comfortable with. Just make sure you understand it very, very comfortably, because accidents can happen, and you got to be extremely careful. There's a lot of bad that can happen if you're reckless with a weapon. But again, it's a very useful tool, and it is our constitutional right to have them. And no government should come in and say we can't. And no government should come in and say, hey, if you pay this money, we'll give you this little card, and then you can have a weapon. When we get around to giving you the card. This year's been a horrendous joke when it comes to getting that little card that says, hey, we took away some of your constitutional rights, and here's proof. Here's this card. But wait, funny, the joke's on you. You got to wait for a while until we get around to it. Then we'll give you some of your rights back. No, I think they're doing something. We're not getting into that tonight, because it sounds like conspiracy, and that's crazy. But I think there's a reason that they're being held back. Why? I don't know, to be honest. But it's just weird. If you really sit and think about it, why is it taking so long? Why? Why does it take so long? I know people that are still waiting, I think, 3 to 6 months for an address change on their FOID card. And I'm one of them too. And Melissa's raising her hand. Just an address change, simple address change. I've had the FOID card for a long time. It's up to date. It's current. I just wanted to change my address because I moved. I bought a house, and I wanted my address here. That's legal, right? Here, you're taking away my rights a little bit with this card here. But I'm going to make sure I follow your rules. And here's my new address. No.
And I paid my money.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it came out. I mean, instantly, bam, that money's gone. They took it. But I'm still sitting here waiting for my little bits of right to come back so I can, be legal. So yes, I'm totally against the FOID card. And as we know, it's going to be a hell of a fight to change that. but I think it's worth it. But I can't do it alone. You guys can get me elected in. You can vote for me. I could get in there, and I will, with my fists in the air, fight for every one of my family. And every one of you, Illinois, you are my family. And I will do that. But it's going to take more than just me. And on this one, we're going to have to stand together as we the people. And remember that. We are the people. We the people. We make up this country. We make up this state. We own this state. It's ours. It's not the people that we elect. The people that we elect are there to help make decisions to help run our country and our state. But they're not there to say, this is how we're going to run the state. No, absolutely not. We do. We the people. We run this place. And I will never forget that. That's why I want to make sure that I always keep an open channel of communication once I'm elected in as governor of Illinois, and we help make Illinois shine, and we will. That open line of communication will be a standard for me, because I want to make sure that I hear what's going on. I hear what people need. I hear what people are afraid of. I hear what people are happy about. I want to know, because then I can help guide our state with we the people's voice. And that's really, it's essentially, that's all that is in a government office. You're just the voice of what everybody's telling you. So, and that's what I will make sure I maintain. But back on the FOID, it's just basically a piece of plastic saying that we've taken away some of your rights, and here's proof. And by the way, you're going to have to pay for it. And then you got to re-up it all, every 5 years. No, come on. We have states all around us, and we don't have the freedom that they do when it comes to firearms. Plain and simple. I mean, we got Missouri, we got Indiana, Wisconsin, Kentucky, all around us. Why can't we have weapons too? We're Americans, right? Just because we're in Illinois, what Illinoisans are crap? I mean, that's kind of what they're telling us. You guys are crap. You can't have all your rights. So we're going to take some away. You're little kids. No, screw that. Okay. We're all adults. We all have reason. We all have brains. We all know what the laws are, and laws are put in place to help protect everybody. And we understand that. And some of the laws I don't even agree with. Some of them you guys don't agree with, but they're still the laws of the land. Now, but when it comes to our constitutional rights, that's a totally different story. And again, back on the FOID card, that's not right. And I will fight to get that taken away. We don't need that. We have our Constitution that says we can carry. Then we also have a way, okay, how do we help protect or keep weapons out of criminals' hands? Well, here, I'll tell you a little secret. If I was a criminal and I went up to I'm going to steal Melissa's purse, okay? We'll use that. If I know she's got a weapon on her, I'm probably not going to go steal her purse. Because if I do something to her and scare her and she fears for her life, that weapon may discharge into my body and I won't be here anymore. Plain and simple, if somebody knows that you're possibly have a weapon, they're not going to mess with you. The chances of them messing with you are much slimmer, much more slim. Either way, however you want to say it. I'm not an elegant speaker. You guys know that. I'm just me, and I'll always be me. But yeah, so the point of that is if everybody's allowed to have their constitutional rights, and examples or situations where shouldn't have a weapon, we get that, and we understand that. Okay, and we'll have a way of making sure that gun dealers and things know that this person's not allowed to carry because of a certain reason, and we can work those details out. But that's just off the top of my head, and I think that would be good because again, former law enforcement, we need to make sure that we are somewhat trying to make sure that if somebody really shouldn't be carrying a weapon because they're known to shoot people, then they don't need a weapon. And that's just common sense. Everybody knows that. But anyway, so if I was going to go try to take her purse and I knew she had a weapon, I wouldn't. Plain and simple. Now, if I didn't think she had a weapon, I might. If I'm a criminal and I want that purse bad enough, maybe for whatever reason, I may do it. I wouldn't, but I'm just saying, as a story, let's just try to figure this out. You're going to be less likely to be attacked physically if they know you're carrying a weapon. If you have your constitutional right in place and you choose, you don't just because you have a constitutional right doesn't mean you have to carry. but most people are going to if they have that right, because it is a protection. It's a deterrent. So that'll help. I think that'll help a lot in crime areas. If there's a high crime area, if they, right now in the high crime areas, if you kind of really do some research, a lot of the high crime areas do have a little more stringent gun laws or stripped American rights. But we've talked about this before. A criminal, they really don't care if you have to have a little piece of plastic that says my rights are taken away. They don't care because they feel, I have the right to have this weapon, so I'm going to carry it. Whether, for whatever reason. No, I'm just using criminals as an example. Somebody that's going to be violent or, intend harm on somebody. They don't care if there's a law saying you have to have a piece of plastic with your name on it and the correct address, and you paid your money and you renewed it every 5 years, and they don't care. No, they don't. They're going to go on the street. They're going to buy a weapon. They're going to go take care of what they're going to go take care of. We, the people that are law abiding, we have this little piece of plastic that says, hey, we took away some of your rights and you're going to pay for it, blah, blah, blah. But most of us can't get into classes. Okay, so we have the concealed carry, which is a cool thing. I like that. It's a great thing for Illinois. But in a lot of it's teaching people how to use their weapons properly, when you shouldn't discharge that weapon or even pull it. A lot involved. So I'm good with education. Most officers, they would love to have more education, and we talked about that last week. Education's great. And me as a citizen, I would love to have more education, but I shouldn't be forced to. Maybe a one little quick class if you want to be carrying a weapon, because I really honestly, I want everybody to have their rights, but it would make me a little nervous if I'm walking around and somebody that had never maybe ever fired a weapon has a weapon. I'm like, easy. So a little class at the beginning, just to let people know, okay, hey guys, this is a deadly weapon. It can kill somebody. It can even kill you if you accidentally pull it on yourself, etc., so on. So a little tiny class. Maybe it's free. I don't know. It's something we can cross, but I think that is a thing. Education is great, and it keeps people from being hurt and injured or killed. But our constitutional rights are first and foremost. A little piece of plastic saying we're taking away part of your rights and you're paying for it. It's not that's a no-go. Absolutely not. So I will fight. I will fight furiously on that as well. Besides, corruption, because corruption is huge in Illinois. We know this. And a lot of states have some of it, but Illinois has been known to turn out some very crooked politicians and their political favors. Counterparts. So, I intend to, again, hit that head on as well with great fury. But I really wanted tonight, we were talking about the FOID card, and the FOID card is a no-go. We need to get rid of that. And it's going to be an uphill battle. And I started to hit on it, and I kind of went off a little bit. But it's going to take, get me elected in, great, awesome. We're going to make some stuff happen. We're going to clean up Illinois. We're going to make it shine. But we also need, we the people, to stand behind the governor and say, hey, we are on board with this governor, and this governor, he doesn't want this. We don't want this FOID card. It's taking away our rights. So it's going to take everybody to stand up to the lawmakers and say, hey, this is what we demand, and don't sit back and just, most of us are very just laid back people. We're going to do our job. We're going to follow the laws. We're going to pay our taxes and, this, that, and the other. We're just good people. And not saying anybody else is not. I'm just saying people in general that follow laws are like that, but we have to stand up. We have to stand up and say no. If somebody's doing something bad to you, you're going to tell them to stop, I hope. If somebody's hurting me, if somebody's coming up behind me and just poking me in the head and just keep doing it, I'm going to ask them to stop. And that's kind of what we have to do here as Illinoisans. We need to make our stand and say, hey, stop. These are our rights. It's non-negotiable. These are our constitutional rights. We need to keep our rights. Stop taking them away. We won't allow it. And I'm ready to fight for that, and I will help as much as I possibly can. So pretty much that's all I have, honestly, to say at this point on the FOID card. Again, I'll kind of recap. I disagree with the FOID card. I think it needs to go. It's just a piece of plastic saying we're taking away some of your rights, and here, pay a little bit of money for it too. So yeah, we will fight to get rid of that. It's just time to go. We need to stop getting our rights taken away and allowing it. It's time to stand up, make a stand as Illinoisans, and let's be family strong, and join this Roper Army, and we'll make it happen. But I'm gonna have Melissa jump in now, and I think she's probably got some stuff to say on. She loves her weapons as well, so I'll definitely let her come in and have a little say on that. So let me mute my mic.
Thanks, Chris. I know you've covered quite a bit of everything, and as we were talking earlier, it's simple. There's not a lot to say about it. We shouldn't have it. We have our 2A. We have our Second Amendment. There's no reason for the governmental overreach to dictate how we should and should not have our amendments. It says what it says. Going even more into the concealed carry along with the FOID, and now we're running into the people who are applying and not getting their. Something that somebody said a while back was, well, there's only 8 people that work in the department to get the FOIDs and get the concealed carry permits out. Hire somebody else. Yeah, you're pushing a button on a computer, right? I mean, isn't that? I mean, I don't know. I don't personally work there. Maybe it's more. Maybe there's a lot more to that. But push the button, make it happen. Why is this not happening? Why is this taking so long? And as we discussed earlier, I changed my address at the end of July. And they sure did take my money. Money's gone. I have nothing. Push the button, make it happen. Also, something I want to touch on for a second about the concealed carry is going into the issue of concealed carry while wearing a mask. That was something that was a huge deal back when the mask mandates or whatever first came about. Was, according to the statute, you cannot carry when you are concealing your identity by a mask, a hood, a robe. I think a robe is something. I don't know how you conceal with a robe, but I think that was another word that was in there. And the Illinois State Police came out and said, well, no. Well, first our governor said, no, that's not what I meant. It's okay. To me, the law is still the law. You don't just get to make up although maybe he kind of is, making up arbitrary laws, rules, mandates. He came on and said, no, that's not what I meant. It's okay. You can still carry. It's fine. And then the Illinois State Police finally did come out and say, it is okay to carry while you're masked. They wrote something up on that. But again, the law is still the law. The law says you can't. So that makes me question a lot of that. We do away with that. We stand on our Second Amendment. And then there's no question on can we, can't we? Who says this? Who says that? Then we don't have those issues. Let's go back to our Second Amendment. Chris, did you have anything else to?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it kind of seems like they just make laws up as they go. If it feels good, do it is what they kind of do, and that's not what we can't run a state or a country that way. The forefathers didn't put in our Constitution, if it feels good, do it. If it's a little uncomfortable, don't do it. They didn't do that. They said, this is what we got to do. This is what we're going to do. This is your rights. Boom. Cut and dry. Too easy. We just a funny little tidbit. The stimulus garbage that just got put out. We shouldn't be stimulating other countries, period. And I said that because it's funnier than crap to say that way. And you guys will notice I like to make crack jokes. It's fun because you got to make light of the situation. But there's a stack, 5,000 pages on this bill. And most of it, 99% of it, is all going to foreign things. I wouldn't maybe say 99%, but a lot of it is going to foreign countries. Why? Do we have to stimulate their growth? Why do we have to? Why do we have to stimulate their economy? Why? So to me, there's something under that. There's something under that scab, and they don't want us to see. They don't want us to know. It's going back to somebody's pockets. I guarantee you. But I don't know for sure. But we're not here to support other countries. We're here to support ours. America first, right? Illinois first. Why? Why is that such a hard concept to grasp? I don't get it. But yeah, it just seems like they're trying to make things up as they go, and we can't do that. But the stimulus thing is just, it's garbage. There's 5,000 pages to stimulate the U.S. economy and help small business and things. I get, 10, 5, 20 pages of helping our country. But when it goes to other countries, that's why it's that big, because they know nobody's going to read that. They don't have time. So they can sneak stuff through. And from what I'm seeing, there's a lot of things they're trying to sneak through. So I'm glad that our president has put a little bit of kibosh on that and is slowing this down a little bit. Yeah, we need the money. It sucks because it ruins our dollar. I mean, we all understand that, but at this point, we need money. Our small businesses are being forced to shut down, so they're losing everything, not just their business, but everything, because they put everything into their business, and that just breaks my heart. And then you have people that are employed, that are used to be employed, but now they're called not important, non-essential, but not important. You don't need to work. This C-19 thing, you don't need to work. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? I can't work now. So what now? When they finally open the country, most countries open. When they finally open Illinois up, what's going to happen to these families? They haven't been working for a year almost. They've been getting unemployment, and some of it was pretty good there for a minute. But really, what is it going to do? They're not going to have jobs. So, I mean, everybody here knows that it's just not good. So we needed to open up a long time ago. To be honest, I mean, President Trump, I think he hit it pretty well on the head. He did it just long enough to make sure we get control. We get control of this thing, figure out what it is, and then drive on. Be careful. Plain and simple. I know this has kind of turned into something other than the FOID thing, and I apologize for that, but I'm very passionate about this, and I love our Illinois family, and it's killing me seeing how we're being destroyed, and our staple, which is small business, is being destroyed. And then we have a jackaloon JB saying, "No, I love small businesses," and no, he only loved the ones that you support, and that's the difference. You only love the ones you support and that help you. Stop. It's done. You're done, dude. But I care for everybody. I don't care what your business is, as long as it's a legal business. Hey, you have yourself a ball, and I hope you're so stinking successful that money's falling out of your ears, because that's our right. Okay, we have a right to have our own businesses, and when someone comes in and look what's going on. They're taking away all of our rights, left and right. Somebody's got to stand up and say, no, enough's enough. Hell no. And I'm willing to be that person. And then you guys, I'm ready for everybody, the Roper Army. We're going to stand up and we're going to make Illinois shine. We all deserve it. Illinois is a beautiful state, and we got this. So just remember, in 22, November 8th, Roper 2022, Christopher J. Roper. We will make Illinois shine, and I'm ready to fight with and for each and every one of my Illinois family. Melissa, that's all I got. Sorry I went off on a little bit of a tangent, everybody, but it's something that was just on my heart, and I wanted to get it out a little bit. But go ahead, Melissa, if you have anything.
I just wanted to let everybody know, since we're here and we're just talking in a small, intimate setting with our however many close and personal friends, I'm going to put this out there. I'm making an event for it. It will come up on Facebook, hopefully tonight. But our first Roper reception rally will be January 16th at Hidden Lake Winery in Aviston, Illinois. That's a little bit east of St. Louis. And there will definitely be more details on that, but we're looking forward to meeting as many of you as we can. Again, that is a Saturday, January 16th at 6 p.m. Actually, I think I made that one at 6:06. That one started at 6:06. That'll be at 6:06 at Hidden Winery in Aviston, Illinois.
If you get there at 6, it's fine.
We'll let you in at 6.
Yeah. No. Thank you Hidden Lakes for offering this opportunity for the Roper campaign to make a stop there and get out some word. and hopefully we can really help bring some people in and join this Roper Army so we can make Illinois shine. So, but thank you very much. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty well all I have that I mean, we could talk all night. I'm a talker. I could sit here and I could just talk, and you guys get bored. Maybe. I don't know. I try to keep it fun. But yeah, I don't have anything else other than I love you, family. I love you guys. And I can't wait to get started to make Illinois worth a damn. And that's where it's at now. We need to be worth a damn again. And we can do it together. We will make Illinois shine. Thank you guys.